Make sure you know how to spell theorem. It's Theorem. It is a statement that you can prove. Whereas on the postulate for Unit 1 was statement that is accepted as a fact. And I'm going to go on to number 4. Did everyone write theorem?
Yes.
Okay, make sure you know how to spell it. Okay, I'm going to jump all the way to number 4. And hold on to any Y's you have, because we're going to add that onto our separate sheet in a little bit. All right, let's notate everything that we can at the moment. RV is bisecting SRT. That means RV is going to cut this angle in half. So here's RV, swing in 1 tick mark. We want to write that on our first statement. RV bisects angle SRT. And what is the reasoning on this? Given. What can I write on statement number 4 without even thinking?
Angle of 3 is congruent to angle 2.
There you go. Angle 3 is congruent to angle 2. The reasoning we don't know yet. How many givens did I give you though? 2. But I want to kind of mention something real quick. I want to analyze everything about the given first. So in the past, my students made up a way to kind of remember proofs. And there's 2 things that my students came up with. And I want you guys to write out 2 bullet points for the first one and 3 for the second one. And we're only using one of them because we have to know which one to use and when to use. The first one is angry, big, and if you have cats, this is for you. Angry, big cat. And staying with the cat theme, the other one that my students came up with was stupid, big mama cat. If you have a mama cat, they're cute, I know. I know these are just some random way of remembering the proof order. So here I go. Listen so you know exactly which one to use. So what I gave you here, was I cutting a segment or an angle? Angle. So here I go. When I give you an angle bisector, your next item must be congruent to. So angle bisector congruent to. So we have to list what 2 are congruent according to my angle bisector. Angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. And the reasoning comes from the previous statement, which is definition of angle bisector. You can't just say definition of bisector because we have segment and angle bisector. And we only have one statement that is left over, which we have our second given, yes? Let's plug it in. Angle 3 is congruent to angle 1. That is by the given. All right, let's go ahead and relate something. Can I put statement number 3 and 2 together to create statement number 4?
Yes.
Which one has repeated from statement 2 and 3?
1.
Angle 1. What was our favorite property? Do I really get 2 and 3 on the statement number 4?
Yes.
So I'm going to write transitive, property, and you can't just stop there. Tell me if it's congruency or equality. Okay, the next one I'm going to do with you guys is number 6. So go to number 6.
There's 2 number 5s.
Oh, I know, right? 2 number 5s.
Whoa.
Oh, I know my numbers. Sometimes. I'm going to call it 5.1 and 5.2. And then maybe 5.3 and I don't know. All right, on number 6. Let's go ahead and write out something. First of all, how many givens do I have on number 6? Did I say 7?
We're missing a 7.
Oh.
There's 2 5s and 0 7s.
Okay, say hi to the recording.
Okay,
here I go.
How you doing?
Let's go ahead and write out the first given. UT bisects RS. And I'll just write U, right? UT. Let's analyze that first. So UT is going to cut RS. So here's UT bisects RS. So UT is going to bisect RS. And I know some of you guys were thinking, well, what happened to UM and MT? Here's what I want you to realize. When something is bisecting, it's only bisecting the segment that's right after it. It's kind of like when the knife cuts a sandwich in half, the sandwich does not cut the knife in half. It'd be cool if it does, but it doesn't. All right? And that's the reality. So what can I say about these two? They are congruent. So Are we bisecting angle or segment?
Segment.
So it's not angry big cat. No, it's not angry segment angle bisector. So we know this one is 3 bullet points. Let's write out stupid big mama cat. If you have another phrase to use, go for it. But I think this is kind of fun to use. I had students also use like Starbucks makes coffee. And if that makes you happy, go ahead and use it. All right, so here I go. Listen up. When given a segment bisector, SB, then we have a midpoint. Then I have a congruent to. So if you want to write something on here, there must be a midpoint, and there must be something congruent to. So let's go in that order. Let's write the given. So we have segment bisector already listed. Check. So who is my midpoint according to my picture? M is the midpoint of RS. So we mentioned the midpoint. And remember the reasoning is from the previous. This is definition of not angle bisector, but who? Segment bisector. Not just bisector again. And then C stands for congruent to. What can I say that are congruent to each other? RM is congruent to MS. By, again, definition of the previous statement, which is definition of midpoint. Very good. And can we go ahead and state the next given now? Yes, you may. If you wanted to state the two statements or the givens back to back, that's okay. But to me, this is logical. UM is congruent to MS. That's by the given. And what could I have put at the very end to begin with anyways? Our final goal. RM is congruent to UM. And let's go ahead and list our favorite property. When I put statement 3 and 4, what is repeated? MS. And let's see if the remaining does happen on statement number 5. RM and UM are congruent to. What was the property called again? Transitive property of congruence.